Hey YouTube, it's that dude named Dave and welcome to my channel. Before we get started, we have to do my price of admission. Like, subscribe, and the bell notification below. You guys are watching all my videos and I appreciate it, but everyone is still not subbed yet. So let me help you by helping me out here. Give you guys a few seconds to do this. Okay, few seconds, we have it out the way. We don't do long intros. Today's video, we're coming to Kevin Samuels. He has an older woman called in, over 40, who's also a single mother looking for a high value man and wondering if she can date outside of her race to find better results. So we're gonna get to the video. We're gonna let Kevin cook and we're gonna try to make this make sense.
Dress size.
205, about 4 right now.
How much did you weigh last time you weighed yourself?
150, 148.
Actually, someone's in shape.
Friendly.
What's that?
Are you friendly?
People tell me I'm friendly, so I'm gonna say yes.
Are you feminine?
Yes, I think so, very much so.
Cooperative?
Yeah, because I compromise a lot.
Compromise is not cooperation.
You hear that?
Well, I just feel like having children.
I mean, you keep telling me what you feel like. Either you're cooperative or you're not.
Yeah, I'm cooperative.
Submissive?
Yeah, I believe I have a role to do as a woman. And it's
The big
important
S
that I
word.
fulfill-
Ma'am, nothing you've described today about what you want to do with a man is a submissive woman.
I told you that we all were created
No, ma'am. Stop the count. Nothing you've described is a woman who's cooperative or submissive and childless. So you may have the fit component, the femininity. You may look like a girl, but your software is male. If I ask you what makes you who you are, what you bring to the market, what do you bring to these men, tell them what you have to offer them and don't talk about your education or your income.
Before she gets started here, this is not Kevin breaking her down. He asked her the question and wants her to give the answer. So a lot of times in these videos here in the comment section, I will see people say, oh, Kevin's rating her, blah, blah, blah. No, what happens is he asks you the question. Then he takes what you say for the dialogue, the conversation. He ain't gonna go there. Every once in a while, he's like, yeah, you know, I'll date you, but he wants to hear out of your mouth first. Then he takes that and runs with it. Let's get back to the video.
I mean,
What do you bring? Don't.
You're funny. I said I think I'm funny, witty. I enjoy a good time. I feel like I respect individuals for who they are, what they bring, and I like a good time.
Of course you do. Most career.
Before Kevin goes in, what she said here, I know it's kind of hard to rate because of her audio that's coming from her phone. Looks like she's in a car right now, but does what she said here, and she was kind of fast. She didn't really, off the top of the head. Does this require a high value man? Now, let's take high value out because I got people in my comment section saying, oh, you know what? Those are buzzwords. Not everybody's high value. Woo, woo, woo. Oh, God, get the hell out of here with that crap. Okay, what about my regular brothers? My regular guys here, my Henrys here, my guys that make 60, 80,000, or we'll go to my average brothers making 40 or 50,000. What she said here is this is what you guys want and this is what you guys require because she didn't go into detail. Suppose that to y'all, comment section. Let's get back to the video.
Career women do. You like to be entertained, but none of that. Okay. Can you cook? You got a cookbook?
Say that
You
again?
got a cookbook?
I have a few. And
Who cook? Do you cook? How often do you cook?
because of our
How often do you cook?
like twice a week.
So they cook twice a day. All right, ma'am. Like I said, I asked you, what would you bring to?
I'm stopping there on purpose because I have talked to many women recently, and that is a great point. When she says I cook twice a week, Well, if you want the kind of man that these women want, let's just put it out there. We're not talking about the average man, what they want, and then we can go into who we really are and who are in the streets here. But what she wants, she needs to cook more than twice a week. What she cook, like on Sunday and then maybe like on Wednesday in the middle of the week? Nah, the women that the type of man that she requires, they're cooking throughout the week. They're cooking every day. Women, you may not like that, but in this day and age right now, how many women are truly cooking? They can microwave, they can order out, they know how to get to that Uber Eats and whatever the case may be with them apps here. But can you go into that stove and make me something? Or can you make yourself something? Or can you make the whole family something? Back to the video.
A table and take away your income, your education, and your career. And ma'am, that was pretty thin. Okay, pretty thin. So what it comes right down to is you may be a woman like you, ma'am, I would think might fit what would be considered to be an executive wife. But what's really going to hamper women like yourself is you don't have to scream. You don't have to yell. You don't have to be vulgar. You don't have to be crass. But you have a very stubborn, hard, strict, masculine way of looking at things. And then you factor in this, everybody has a role. You're not playing a woman's role. What you describe is much more partners, equality, mutual respect, and all that other kind of stuff. And that's cool. But then you want a man who's on a different level, and these men want more traditional wives. And they're going to get them because you don't even meet these guys. And these guys have hundreds, thousands of women after them. And you've got to understand, you're competing with the women around him. So even if I put you in a room with men who are at that level, divorced, some with kids, some without kids, they all tend to want the same thing. They don't want to raise another man's kids. They don't want to pay for another man's kids because this is hard for women to hear, but your children, they're not they're a liability to a man, not an asset.
Let me pause that here and let that sink in. And for the ladies in the Discord, y'all know this, but it doesn't feel good. It hurts. It burns. I get it. You love your child. You love your daughter. You love your sons, whatever, how many you have there. They're your world. They're precious to them. You see their little smiling faces every morning, and it's like, oh my God, they make life enjoyable. They make this go day by day. This is what life's about. But the man who is not their biological father does not think that way. He sees those kids and he sees the other man. This is not his biological seed, which means that he has to come out of pocket for another person that is not his. That another man is going to take up your time when there's phone calls or visits and things of that nature. So it doesn't matter. I said in my videos, like maybe there's a guy who, is on the average level who has kids and prefers women with kids. But at the end of the day, majority of men do not want your kids. We want our own kids. We're sorry you feel a certain type of way when we say this here, but we look at your kids and like he says here, it is a liability. It is not an asset. We see them and you know what we see? An extra mouth to feed. Could be smart, could be sweet, could be a great kid. But you know what though? We see results in disaster in the end. These are facts. We see a little kid, you know what we're gonna say? You ain't my daddy. And where's your daddy? He ain't here. Back to the video.
And he is going to have to put some money into your children. Straight up. And then he doesn't get his own kids. So I don't understand why women over 40 don't understand that they got to start taking stuff off of their list. And sharing is the least of it. When have men, you're in corporate America, right?
No.
Oh, okay.
Not in corporate
What do you do for a living? What do you do for a living?
I said I'm a math teacher
Oh!
Where?
in San Dimas.
A math teacher?
In San Dimas.
What's your highest level of education?
I have 2 master's degrees.
Oh!
I'm a PhD.
Then the math ain't on your side.
You a math teacher with the math on your side. Oh my God. A math teacher? I know you in Cali, but to the tribe here, a math teacher is requiring all this here. We're not talking about a single woman who has no kids, who is a model, maybe Miss Kentucky or Miss California, and now she works in corporate America and she doing her thing as a correspondent. You know, I'm just being general here when you see certain women like that. Or you see a woman who graduated college, she is bad as her, maybe play collegiate sports, and you know, she's calling to Kevin Samuels, 25, 26, a little delusional. We have a 40-year-old plus woman with kids who's a math teacher. And she is requiring the same things that a 22 and 23-year-old woman can get on any given day. Ladies, it's time to bring the standards from up here to God status, and let's bring it down to reality. Oh Lord, is this getting any worse here? Let's get back to the video.
The man's not on your side. The men at that level are just in short supply. And they're gonna get what they want. And no offense, man, but that's a very high standard for a teacher.
Facts. Everybody want whatever they want
I gave
nowadays.
you that 6 figure because we're in Southern California, but that doesn't mean that I wouldn't date someone who makes 60 or 70 or 80,000. But for my
But ma'am, but you may date them, but I do what I do for a reason. You won't give them the respect that you would give a provider male. And
That is the point that we break down here in so many of my videos this last week. If you've been following chronologically every day, and if you're brand new, I apologize. Go back to the library and check it out here. What we're talking about, there is nothing wrong with these men here who make this salary here. 60,000, 70,000, well above the average. We know that the average white guy makes around 49, 50,000. We state this many, many times, and we can pull up the sources. We're not making up stats here. Women make roughly 37 to 38,000 a year, and the average black man makes around 41 to 42,000 a year. So when we look at average brothers, average men today, and then we're talking about a woman says, okay, would you date or would you be involved with a man who makes 60, 70, 80,000? Damn good money. In certain cases, double what the average man makes. And in certain states, double what the average family makes. But you know what the problem though? Since it's not six figures, it is not the nice round $100,000 a year. Y'all ain't respecting us. Y'all see a number and you place that on the respect factor of the man, and you look at us as less than here. And that is the problem. You will say you would date a man of this caliber, of this salary, but will you really respect him? Will you really give him the overall leadership that a man needs in this household here to provide and support his family? I don't think so. And that's why these women are single and looking over our good brothers who are doing it. Let's get back to the video.
And just like that younger man, you could, ma'am, 2 masters and a math degree, you wouldn't respect a $60,000 a year man. Women like you don't even respect blue collar men who make more than you.
Exactly.
And if you,
I'm sorry to pause again. Let me add this point, and I want this for the comment section. For my men, how many times have you come across a woman, and I know my blue collar guys, I bring up the plumbers in here because y'all been coming out hardcore, my electricians, y'all don't have college degrees, you have your certifications and you have your apprenticeship. How that goes, I'm gonna be ignorant, I'm gonna say I'm ignorant, I don't know all the ins and outs to becoming those professions, but I have a lot of people in these fields here. Y'all get into the bag, y'all get into the money, but you know what though? Y'all don't dress like it because y'all have a hard job during the day here, and women will disrespect the plumber. I've seen plumbers and know them personally who are now making 120, 130,000 a year, get into the bag, single with no kids, and the woman will see his clothes, see he's dirty, he's been in homes and clogging up drains all day, and will disrespect him knowing that they're making $42,000 a year and have $79,000 in unpaid school loans. Make that make sense here. What Kevin is saying is true. Way we dress for our work, women look down on blue collar brothers. It's a damn shame. And these guys are good men who can provide for you. Let's get back to the video.
it can say, well, I would, you won't live at his lifestyle. And he can't afford to live at your lifestyle. And that's where it falls apart, people, on the lifestyle. You can date, but where does he live and where do you live? You can't go to Mastro's on Tuesday. Outback is as good as it's going to get, and that's once a month, maybe.
They got some good steaks every once in a
You live on
while.
a Buffalo Wild Wings, McDonald's, Chick-fil-A, Taco Bell, middle class life. And that ain't you. And the men that are up here, the ones you can't meet, they have their business or the company that they work for. They've got an assistant, which is called a work what? A work wife. Right. They got a wife at home that gave their legacy. They got a work wife. Most have a mistress. Many have a side chick. And the wife at home knows about it.
I'm pausing that here. A lot of pause in this video. This is for the people in the comments section regarding cheating and adultery from the other day here. These are facts. You may not like it. You know, we're talking about a certain caliber of man here who make a certain kind of money, who has options to him. Now, there's going to be men in my discourse like, I don't cheat. I make this kind of money and I don't believe in adultery. You need to stop talking like this. It's 2022, y'all. Let's speak reality. Let's speak facts. Let's not have this Disney veil going on here. The men that we're talking about here, the high value, high earner men, we always separate from my average man to the high earner. These are the guys, they do have mistresses. I seen them. I work with them. I'm not judging them. That's how they live their lifestyle. I've seen them with their side chicks. I've seen them with their mistresses. I've seen them with their work wives. This is part of the game of life, okay? You may not like it. You may think that I am justifying it. But like he's saying here, the women in these men's lives, they know about it. These men are executives making full $500,000 a year. And then on top of that, these wives they're homemakers. They're at home chilling. They know what their men are doing, but you know what the difference is? They have the insurance papers. They have the life insurance. Their name's on all the property deeds, okay? They're raising the kids and they are raising the heirs. So you may look at me saying, Dave, you don't know what you're talking about. This is rude. I don't want to deal with this channel anymore. Well, you know what though? Open your eyes. This is the real world. It's reality. We've been seeing this not just in 2022, throughout history. The top men always have more than one woman. You know, as much as we just understand and accept it. Now, let's talk about the $60,000 to $70,000, $80,000 men. There's a possibility, but we're not talking about them. We're talking about the top guys here. So you guys need to get off your high horses. Now let's get back to the video.
Yeah, you're describing a lot of men, and that's why a lot of us women are single. Maybe I need to date outside my race.
No, ma'am.
Uh-oh.
See, date outside of your race.
Uh-oh.
Why do you think men of a different culture are going to be different than the men of your culture? And why do you think the women over there are going to let you take their men?
You hear that? Let's get into this here.
There is no more, no. Men, the higher up men go, the more race loyal men are. Why do you think high level men of a different race or culture think any differently?
I don't think they think differently, but I'm just trying to, I'm more in the pool.
Okay, what races are we talking about?
I'm just saying, like, I've only dated black before.
Okay, black men are the easiest men to get along with. You start talking about Hispanic, white, Hispanic, Middle Eastern, Asian, or other, they are far more patriarchal, far more restrictive.
Facts. Okay. This channel, we know we have I'm a black man. We have black people in this discussion, but my tribe I talk to every day, I have tons of my white brothers. I have tons of my Mexican brothers, my Puerto Rican brothers, people from the Middle East, y'all coming from around the world. Here's what this question I want to point to, and I'll let Kevin ride for a little bit longer here. Are black men more easygoing than other men? That is what he's stating here. We're more easygoing as far as our choices and how we treat our women compared to the society and patriarchal views of white men and Latino women, etc., and Middle Eastern men. Ladies, for everybody who's saying, I'll date out my race, I'm done dealing with black men, ask yourself this question. For as many problems you think that we are, how are the other men? And are they more traditional? I gotta tell you this, all my brothers of other races, they're more traditional than me. The ones who I know, they're not the guys that these women are looking for, even though they want their stature. So for me, all the men I know outside of the black community, you guys are more traditional, out the box. So I want to hear the comment section. What do y'all say? Let's get back to the video.
You've got the...
No, I'm saying, like, maybe somebody just white
They are more restrictive. They are more traditional. You're only going to get more of this, not less. What do you think this stuff came? Okay. Oh my God. Oh my God. Excuse me?
You think let's just
Patriarchy, yes.
let's just say just white, period.
Yes.
You think they're more restrictive and more traditionalist?
Yes.
I'm a traditionalist.
Oh my God.
Then, ma'am, if you were to, no, ma'am.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
This has gotta
First of
stop.
all, yes. The answer is yes. You don't know what the French toast you're talking about. Are they more? Yes. This is where it comes from. Black men have the lowest standards
Yeah,
and
we
are
do.
the easiest to get along with.
Big button
So,
smile.
and here's another thing. Stop. You're too old to be thinking this way. And why do you think you can take yourself over to white America and Becky's gonna just let you have her husband? Becky was raised to work with Brad, and she ain't gonna let your ass come on there and take him.
All I'm saying is,
I'm gonna pause the video here. This is a good place to stop. I'll put the link in the description below here. I wanted to end on that note for the comment section for my people to post here. I asked a question a few moments ago. Are other cultures of men, white, Latino, Middle Eastern, are they more traditional? Are they more patriarchal? And are they just overall, that sense of what we're talking about here, just more of it than us black men? I'm gonna say yes, because I even quoted on it. Hey, y'all, you give us a big button to smile, man. Most of my brothers are running. But let's get back to finish off this video here. What do you guys think about what is she saying here? When I hear women saying that, I will go to another race. I'm tired of dealing with black men, I'm gonna go with the swirl. Okay, that's great. That's your choice. If you're attracted to those kind of men, cool. But if you're only doing that because you feel that this is your last option, what was Kevin saying here? That you're only widening the pool for more results of failure because you're over 40 and you have kids, and the things you're requiring is not what men in general are looking for. Men, no matter what the race are, my white brothers, my Middle Eastern brothers, my Latino brothers, as well as the black brothers, we want fit, feminine, and friendly. We don't want anyone who is really trying to get on our nerves, really trying to bring us down, or basically modern women who want everything and don't want to bring anything else than what our needs are. So ladies, you need to understand that just because you think you go to another race, the results will probably be the same if you're not giving the benefits that a man requires. Doesn't matter if I'm a black man or a white man. We're all on the same accord here when we have these discussions. We want the same things. Maybe a different skin tone because my people may want a lighter skin tone, and for me, I want a darker skin tone. But at the end of the day, what's inside, that's what we're looking for from the results that we talk about in these men's spaces here. So ladies, you have to understand your requirements, what you're asking for. Are they unreasonable? Through the roof. You're over 40 with kids and you're single. What are the results? Where are the men that's on one knee ready to propose to you and make you theirs? If it's not happening and you're calling spaces and you're still seeing no results, you know what that means? You need to understand your limitations and understand like, what? I'm doing something wrong here and I need to bring down my requirements to get said man. Otherwise, what do we keep talking about here? Get a dog, die alone. We're here. We're not tripping. We're happy. Our eyes are waking up to see that, you know what, ladies, we don't have to deal with that anymore. We want you guys to be feminine and be in our program. And if you don't like it, that's cool. But here's the thing though, we're not gonna fight you anymore. We're just gonna let you know, here it is, and then we'll keep it moving. Comment, like, subscribe, click on the bell notification below. What you think about Kevin's comments here in this video? What you think about this older woman here? And what you think about my assessments here? But until next time, I'm that dude named Dave. See y'all later, YouTube world.